missed you.
I know.
It's been a few weeks.
I know. Weeks feel like months.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Welcome
to the next episode.
Welcome.
Okay.
You
hang
are.
on. I'm like moving furniture right now, and it's I need to get a life.
She chose a good time.
I chose a really great
also,
time.
you're gonna hear whiny diaper babies because both of
Maybe.
the dogs are whiny diaper babies, and they're screaming their heads off.
You might not be able to hear them though.
Yeah, maybe not, or maybe that can be edited out. Oi,
Oi.
oi, vey. I love that you brought a fresh can of whatever you're drinking.
Yep.
We're here to party. It is a dreary day in Arizona.
It is.
Yeah, it's like overcast, but it hasn't rained. Has it rained here?
No, it has. That's what I was just going to say. It's like so annoying. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Give me the rain.
Yeah, we have the humidity and the
clouds.
dreariness. Yeah, there's no sunshine. Yeah. And it like looks like rain. It's like that gray rain.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain.
Yep, not a drop.
I'm like,
with my luck, it'll happen on my way home tonight.
Of course it will. Of course it will.
And me and Bon Bon are going to have to drive in the pouring ass rain.
Yeah, of course.
So speaking of Bon Bon, I'm actually wearing my bonsai shirt today.
And I can't. Like, she has a fucking shirt about her dog.
He's my baby boy. He's a boy.
Oh my God, he's so bad.
He's so okay.
He's such a monster.
I would like to report to the absolute contrary of what you just said. So we just took him on our vacation with us, and we flew from Phoenix to Midway, Chicago area, for those of you guys that don't know. And granted, he had some drugs on board. Yes, I gave him trazodone. No, I don't feel bad about it. And yes, I know what I was doing because I was a vet tech for like 16 years. So before anybody starts judging, listen, Linda.
Forever.
The reasons I don't feel bad about giving my dogs drugs before a flight is A, it keeps them calm, which keeps me calm. B,
I agree.
For somebody who may be in line who's super afraid of animals, and then they have this experience with like a screaming dog, trying right before you get on a plane or while you're taking off, or while you're landing.
Yeah. Imagine.
No. Yeah. Trazodone for the fucking win. And yes, I told people, they're like, oh my God, he's so good. Everybody in line. Because he insisted on being his head outside of the carrier.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I had it like zipped around him so he couldn't jump. Also, shout out to Amanda. Thank you for providing the carrier. I will be buying one for myself because this was great. Anyways, he was incredible. Didn't let out a peep. Didn't jump out of the carrier. Nobody around us even knew we had a dog because he didn't pee or poop or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was bestest boy while traveling. We also were in the car from Chicago to Galena, which is in northern Illinois. It's a 3-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
He was in the car for 3 hours. We didn't stop. We went pee before we left.
Left the airport?
No, left Chicago. And then we would drive up to Galena. But then we also drove around Chicago with him in the car, and he was so good. He didn't have one accident. I'm literally flabbergasted. This is a 1.5-year-old pug chihuahua mix. Are you kidding me? This thing is amazing. Yeah. He was so good even without drugs. Also, my mother-in-law loved him. Like,
duh.
Like, loved him. She's like, oh, I would totally have a dog. And I was like, no. She was like, but we can't. We travel too much.
No, they travel too much.
They travel way too much to have a dog.
That's how like my in-laws are too.
Yeah,
it's like they're gone half the time.
Right, and then I'll end up watching the dog. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. But now that I know he travels well, he will be coming everywhere with us.
Dear Lord.
Next step, getting him certified as a therapy dog, I think is what they called it. Service dog.
Get a life, Ashley.
Hey, I have anxiety, okay?
Just don't fucking jump on the train, girl. Jump on the damn train. Your dog gives me anxiety.
Okay, so with that,
God.
Because it's also true. While we were camping, a theory came up, proposed by myself, of course, that Bonsai and Roxy are two dogs. And just to remind people, my dog is a pug chihuahua. He's 14 and a half pounds. Roxy is like a Great Dane black lab mix, and she's probably
and Pitbull.
And Pitbull. So she's probably 75 pounds.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. They are terrible when they're together.
Terrorists.
And they are terrorists when they're together. They don't listen to anybody else.
No, it's
they
awful.
run around. They chew on each other. They don't listen. They're terrible. So.
And they're like constantly like biting at each other.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
And just chasing each other around.
And like when they're not around.
Bonsai is so little, then he comes up between your legs.
Yes. And they want to do it on you.
Yeah. My God.
They want to straight up brawl. And then, Bonsai jumps up and then he fights from the couch.
He'll sit on our lap while she's like down on the ground because she's big. And he's like, hey, you can't get me up here. Fucking little turd.
He is such a turd. He's such a turd. I will 100% agree with you.
And she's wearing a shirt and we wonder why he's a turd. That's what Dan says. He says, you're too soft on him. What did he say earlier? About
he needs more discipline or something like that. And I was like, no, you don't. Don't talk to him like that. He was amazing.
And that's why he is the way
on
he
vacation.
Is.
He was so good.
Yeah, great. All kids are good on vacation. Never mind. That's a lie.
Okay, but I do have a really hilarious story about my father-in-law.
Let's hear it.
So, the first couple days we flew into Chicago. We went up to Galena without my father-in-law. He was on a business trip. Come to find out, like literally on his business trip, he finds out he has COVID.
Oh, jeez.
And along with that, my father-in-law and my mother-in-law just got back from a 2 or 3 week vacation in Italy. And they went with a few of his brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
3 out of the 7 of them got COVID.
Wow.
My mother-in-law was not one of them. So she had actually tested like while we were in Galena. So she is negative, which is great because truthfully, if I was going to get COVID, it wouldn't have surprised me because the last time I was in Chicago, I got COVID. Yeah. So like, why not make it a fucking tradition now?
Let's go.
Let's go. So my father-in-law, we flew, just to give you reference, we flew in on a Sunday. We came back from Galena on Thursday. My father-in-law had flown in Thursday morning from his business trip or Wednesday from his business trip. So he's getting to meet the dog for the first time after we've already been there for 4 days. And immediately we got dinner and we got barbecue. Mm-hmm. And he absolutely gave the dog a bite of all of his food.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, okay, great. I love this for him. Then a little bit later that night, he's sitting up on my father-in-law's lap. And just to give you reference, like my father-in-law he's a very tall guy. He's probably 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", and he's well built. Like he's not lean. And he's a little scary, to be honest with you. And he doesn't smile hardly ever at all.
Yeah, he's a man.
I would consider him an intimidating person. These guys don't scare me because my stepdad is also one of those intimidating people, but I know deep down he's a
my
big
husband
old,
too.
Yeah, big old teddy bear deep down. So he's sitting and the dog and him are having an eye-to-eye contact moment. Okay. And he looks at this dog and he goes, Eddie?
Stop it.
Okay. And I look at my father-in-law. My husband looks at him and he goes, you guys, the way he just looked at me, he looked like Eddie Lee. Eddie Lee, R.I.P., was an employee of Larry's for years. He also happened to be a gangbanger in Chicago. He was trying to get out of it. Mm-hmm. And Larry was trying to help him get out of it for years. Like he did prison time. I actually had the privilege of spending a few hours with him like the year before he passed. And he actually revealed a lot of illegal shit that he did. And even my mother-in-law is like, I've never heard him tell some of those stories before. She goes, he must have really liked you.
Oh my God.
Because like, I feel like I have this way of like, tell me your life, go ahead. And like, I'll listen, you know what I mean? Like I'll ask questions. And so anyways, Eddie Lee passed away a couple months before Bonsai was born. So we now have a theory that Eddie Lee is now the reincarnation into Bonsai.
Dear Lord. Was he as annoying?
So he
Like, let's hear some personality traits.
okay. So I mean, I could tell you how he kind of talked. So my husband's name is Chris, and he'd be like, "Well, you know, Chris, there's just some things we're not gonna control, you know." And like he kind of talked not slow, but like he took his time speaking. He had a little bit of a draw, yeah. But he also had like that Chicago accent, Midwest accent. So he was always cracking jokes, Him and Chris would go back and forth and like talk shit to each other. And it was actually really sweet to see that kind of a thing happen and get to know Eddie Lee for the human he was.
Yeah.
Granted, he had been diagnosed with cancer, I think, and he had been sick, but so getting to spend this time with Chris and also selfishly for me, getting to know him and getting to hear some of the crazy illegal shit he did. And, got charged for some of it, but a lot of it was like drugs or killing people or shooting people.
Or killing people like it's no big deal.
Okay, so I know that sounds crazy, but like that's part of being in a gang. You have to kill somebody. And like,
that's
granted, I don't know this from experience.
I need to eat more hot tamales.
I don't know this from experience because I grew up in Arizona and I was, I've never been part of a gang or.
Oh, you haven't?
No, or known anybody who was part of it. If I'm going to be part of a gang, it's going to be part of like some secret organization.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so then the entire rest of the time we were there, so the remaining 4 days we were there, he proceeded to call my dog Little Eddie.
Oh my God. I fucking cannot.
And
Dear Lord.
Chris and I thought this was the funniest shit. Like, and granted, my father-in-law's cracked a few funny jokes, but like when he does talk, he's usually serious about what he's talking about. Like he's never talking about super lighthearted things.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. With that being said, I got to spend some time with him and get to talk to him about politics because...
Wait, hang on. Before you move on to that.
Yeah.
I also want to say it's kind of funny too because your dog has like 15,000 names.
Yeah.
Already.
And he responds to most of them.
Chad. Bonsai, Basil Leaf.
Bon Bon. Mopey Schmopey. Stinky Poo Poo. Now Little Eddie. Poopy Scoopy. That's right. Poopy Scoopy. And Terrorist. So yeah, no, he gets it.
We said Chad, right?
We did say Chad.
The best one.
Chad was the name he was given at the rescue.
And I told her not to change it.
We immediately changed it.
I told her not to change it.
No, it was. And the funny thing is like, don't tell my husband, but he absolutely, like, I think he would either be like a Hispanic gangster, like with his personality,
yeah,
or like and sound like Cheech or Chong. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah. Hey, vato. Or he would be a preppy white dude named Chad, who his dad is part of the country club, and he goes to some Ivy League school.
I cannot.
And probably takes advantage of drunk girls.
Probably. Like Roxy. Your son.
That's why they're in a toxic relationship.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, he's like, let me climb that tree.
Yeah, because it's a climb, boy. It is a climb for you.
But he's gonna try.
And girl don't have a job.
No, girl. Thankfully, they are both fixed, so we don't have to worry about any reproduction. But that would be. Can you imagine? They'd be so ugly.
They'd be so ugly.
So ugly and have so many fucked up problems.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, Bonsai is not the epitome of a genetic specimen.
No.
For a dog. In my
Roxy's beautiful though.
opinion, Roxy is beautiful. She's very streamlined and sleek, and her tail, even like the way her tail
it's kind of
flips up. She's real pretty.
She is pretty.
She real pretty. Bonsai's like, bruh. He's like the dude.
Okay, but he's not as bad as Danielle's dogs.
Oh my God.
Finnegan.
Me Finny fucker.
Okay, if we can, I'm going to find a picture of him and I'm going to post it here.
Me Finny?
Because,
Well, we should just post the picture of all of them.
Yeah, of all of them while we were camping.
Amanda had a feat.
Our friend Danielle has the two ugliest dogs I think I've ever seen in my life.
I would venture to say that's absolutely incorrect.
In her opinion, because she says, and I quote, they're so ugly, they're cute. Okay, they're fucking ugly.
But they also have really cute personalities, which makes them cute. Just because they don't look like a supermodel like Roxana for Lopez doesn't mean you need to be so motherfucking judgy, okay? It's not me Finny's fault. He's a little chub. He's hungry.
And he eats his own shit.
Which is absolutely fucking disgusting. And yes,
Piper?
she has tried things.
Her skin?
Okay, so Piper.
Poor honey.
Really? Piper
And
has
she's
a beautiful
always-
personality.
She's always looked scraggly. She looked like she comes out of a dumpster. Comes from a dumpster.
I will agree with you on that.
Like, she's looked 90 years old since she was born. Insert Pipey-Doo photo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to insert the Pipey-Doo photo. Okay, so in Pipey-Doo's defense,
Danielle's gonna kill me.
she was born like this, okay?
Ugly.
And like for real. If I wanted to make movies, she would star as a werewolf. And I would have to do it from a very low angle because she's only like 1.5 feet tall and a 1.5 feet long, and she's just got really long legs and she's super thin and like
wiry ass hair.
Yeah, she has wiry terrier hair. Her ears, only one stands up. Like she would be part of the Wild Gang. Labyrinth. I'm throwing it back to Labyrinth with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly.
She's like I want to say like a flying monkey from the Wizard of Oz or something, but not that.
Yeah, but like her hair is like that.
Yeah,
but then also she has really bad allergies,
and her skin like pig skin.
Looks like elephant skin.
Yeah, elephant skin.
Like it's. It brings me sadness because she's got to be uncomfortable. But yeah, Danny's like, we're taking her back to the vet. I'm like, thank you so much. But yeah, me Finny's a little fat boy. He really doesn't have a personality.
Except he likes to eat his own shit.
But he's really sweet. Like he just literally wants to be attached to Danielle all the time. So he follows her around.
Yeah.
But this time also in Piper's defense, she did not need to be on a 50-foot lead. She was off the lead all weekend, and she did not try to attempt an escape again.
Yeah.
Because that was really, she tried to escape. Like ran to the other campsite with the other person and their dogs.
And to be clear, like I have told Danielle all of this to her face and to her dog's face. So she knows that.
It's also true, but I love them. Living with them makes me a little biased, though.
Yeah, you did live with them for a while.
Yeah, I will say I have to be more.
And then we had Amanda's dogs, and they're just like grumpy old ladies.
Yeah, except only one is grumpy and old. Or I'm sorry, the only one is old. The other one is just a young grumpy old lady.
And she just wants to be left alone.
Yeah,
and like
they're
snuggled.
very curmudgeon-y.
Yeah, they're very curmudgeon-y.
Yeah, they're very curmudgeon-y. And like her old girl, like I get it. She's 10 years old. She's
so
like,
funny,
I
though.
have to live with these 2 human terrorists.
Yeah.
And plus I live with this other dog who doesn't really have a personality either. She just wants to be wrapped up in somebody's lap in a
I
blanket.
love it. It's the best personality. That's the one I want the most. Lay there, snuggle me, and shut up.
Yeah, that's her. And that's why she's a sweet girl.
Yeah.
But like they're so funny. I
know.
So we also got rained out,
Yeah, the last day, like the day we were leaving.
which is not an Arizona happening in Arizona type of thing. We thought the rain would let up because we were planning on like packing up slowly,
Making breakfast. Like,
and
I had stuff
taking
to
our
make
time.
breakfast.
Yeah. So I feel like the rain got the best of us because a few of the people woke up at like 5 or 5:30 and it was already raining. Oh yeah, I went up to poop at 5:30. I woke up to poop at 5:30. And
Now, if you didn't know, now you know.
yeah, because pooping in the woods is fucking the best. I don't care what anybody else has to say. I don't care how you judge me. That position and like getting out first thing in the morning, like I feel like lighter immediately. I can live my best day. Anyways, so I got up at 5:30 to poop and it was already drizzling and it didn't stop. And we left at like 9:30.
And it would like pour and then it would like stop for a little bit and then it would pour and we
Yes.
would like do things in phases.
Yeah, but we had to come home, pull everything out, put it all outside.
I'm still not done.
Let it dry out and then wrap it up again.
I still need to do Eliana's tent.
Oh,
Like it's been laid out, so it's been like
okay.
drying out.
Okay,
But I
I'm
need to like pop it back up.
I'm like, girl, don't make
we
me
got
mold up
the
in that.
shop vac out
Oh,
and like
you mean
vacuumed everything
business.
up, and then we hosed it down, and then we let it dry for a little bit. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's good.
and we went all out.
Yeah,
And Eliana's will be easy because it's super small,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like a 4-person.
4-person tent.
Yeah.
that it's actually a 1-person tent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if it literally would fit 2 sleeping bags in it. Like,
Yeah.
how do you call that a 4-person tent if it only fits 2 sleeping bags on the floor?
No, I'm about to get like, where can I buy the tent that is like a mansion, like the mansion tent, so it can fit the 2 of us?
I mean, that's when you just get a camper, Kayla.
No, I want one so bad.
But I feel like you wouldn't use it enough to make it worth it.
I feel like I would if I had one.
What if we rent one?
Could.
Yeah, we could rent campers. I wouldn't rent a camper if the weather's
Right.
nice.
I would like rather just have one.
Okay.
And then
So
I
you
could
don't have
take
to
it
deal
cross
with any-
country and
yeah.
like go do things. Why not? I work from home. Work from my camper.
Bro,
Fuck it.
same.
Bye.
Same. But then I have a husband who works in person.
Correct.
So that sucks. It's fine.
So,
Yeah.
anyways,
So camping was really fun though.
camping was great.
We did try to record.
Yeah. Don't know if it worked out yet.
Yeah. Because my car is, so it's a hybrid and it apparently shuts off after a certain amount of time if I don't engage anything in the car.
Yeah.
So we don't know where it cut us off.
And all of our equipment was plugged into her car.
Yes.
So that was cool.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So yeah, Chicago was really nice. Getting to talk to my in-laws about politics was really nice because
Tell me more.
well, my father-in-law owns a security company. And a very large security company, and they do the Bears security football team. So like they're kind of a big deal. But so he's in touch with a lot of these people. He gets to have like more time. He has access to hire people up in the not only in like the police department, but also like in the politician circle, you know. The other side of that is my mother-in-law worked in politics for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Like she was a lobbyist and she did a whole bunch of other things, including advocate for women companies to get jobs over men, like construction companies getting big contracts for a woman-owned company versus a man's company, just because the guy was in with like the good old boys club.
Yeah.
You know? So anyways, them having access to people, and truthfully, like I know my mother-in-law knows people who are still currently politicians for Illinois. And it's very interesting hearing their different takes on politics, because I did get to speak with them separately and together. And on top of that, there was an ICE location that was getting, it turned from heavy protesting into rioting. I don't know who started it, to be 100% honest with you, but while we were there in Chicago. So before we even saw it on the news, my father-in-law was getting all of those texts and things because ICE had called, and I think he had actually heard the 911 call or the dispatch call.
Yeah.
That ICE had been called, or ICE had called Chicago PD for backup because they needed backup. And as Chicago PD is heading there, the governor calls it off. Says, do not assist. You are not allowed to go. Turn around. And then he denied it on national television. And I fucking heard that shit, bro. Like before it even ended up on the news, we were hearing about it because of Larry's access to people.
Yeah.
So that was a little stressful. And I was like, well, this is exactly what Trump needed to get the military and the National Guard in to Chicago so he could do what he did to Washington, D.C. and lock it down or whatever he's trying to do, make it safer for I don't know who. But granted, Chicago is out of control. Their crimes are not getting prosecuted. The same people are getting arrested over and over and over again. So granted, I think there does need to be a little bit of reform based on what I've heard, but also what I've read. And then also in speaking to my in-laws about it. And then this happened like 2 days before we came back to Phoenix. And then while we were at the airport waiting for our plane to get unloaded, all of a sudden they aren't closing the gates. They're telling us there's been a bit of an issue and we just need to be patient and we're going to get it, we're going to get everybody on, blah, blah, blah. And then about an hour later, by the way, after we were supposed to already be boarded.
Yeah.
6 Chicago PD officers come around the corner. They're in like their little buggies, the airport buggies that they drive on. Oh my
God, yeah.
And they come and they walk down the boardwalk, whatever that tube from the building to the plane. Sorry, I don't know plane terms. So they have to go down there. And they're not telling us what's going on. They're just thanking us for our patience. They're just saying there's a bit of an issue. So they're not saying it's mechanical. And then about 20 to 30 minutes after that, there's a couple officers that come up first. And then there's a woman in a wheelchair with a child on her lap. My guess would be like 8 years old. And then there's another woman behind her who was younger than her. The impression was, because none of them were arrested, and a few of the cops walked up first, and then a few of them walked up after. I don't know what happened. My conclusion based on the body language of everybody was that the woman just didn't want to get off the plane for some reason, or
weird.
Yeah. So I have no idea, but that Chicago PD needs help, bro. They're already super low on officers. They can't enforce anything.
Yeah.
I think that they're struggling. But yeah, it was pretty wild to be in the city while it was happening.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I cannot imagine.
And thankfully they're south of the city, like about 45 minutes south. So we're far enough away, but
from all the ruckus.
Still, I didn't know, if the National Guard decided they wanted to roll in the day we left, that could have stopped up air traffic. That could have done a lot of things. So I'm really grateful nothing happened yet. And then apparently got overturned in court. So they aren't going to get the National Guard yet in Chicago.
Gotcha.
yet.
Not yet.
But that's the extent of the politics I want to talk about because it just happened to happen while I was fucking there. So it was.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And getting to hear perspectives of people who do get to rub elbows with these people. And I, of course, had to ask them. And I was like, because we all know that term limits need to be a thing. Because nobody should be having that job, same job.
No.
For 30 or 40 years, 50 years in some cases. And they're only getting paid 200-ish thousand a year, right? Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more.
Right.
But then if you like Google them and their net worth is millions,
where did that
how the
come
fuck
from?
did that happen?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like instances like that where I'm like, okay, so now that you rub elbows with these people, do you feel like their morals tend to decay over time the more money they make? And they're like, yes.
Yeah, of course.
And like my father-in-law was saying that he's like, I knew somebody who ended up being like chief of police, and he was a different person from the time that he had known him, from the time he had retired from chief of police, and come to find out he was like taking bribes or something like that. So like there was a lot of, I think the morally gray area is really, really hard for a lot of those people, and they just give in. And who knows, like I can't sit here and speculate how I would react, but I would hope that my moral compass would be like, no, I don't want to sign this bill or think that it's okay for this thing to go by. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But you know, politics, they're all in.
Yuck.
So now I'm a little more stressed in my life. So doing my best this week, I'm trying to come down from that stress.
Yeah.
And trying to disconnect myself from the politics a little bit, because I feel like they can definitely take me down a little bit because I worry about everybody around me or everybody near that location.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
So now I'm here, and Arizona is supposed to be rainy, and I'm waiting for this rain.
I know.
And we're just going to sit here and wait patiently, apparently, because, you know, why the fuck not? But other thing new, I am going through my mom's stuff tomorrow.
Yes.
So,
dear Lord,
a little context, my mother passed away just shy of 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. It'll be 7 years next month. And my stepdad has not been ready to go through her stuff.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Sure.
I was fine with it. My brother's fine with it. And now that he has a girlfriend, he's ready.
Yeah.
So I plan on spending the whole day there tomorrow. My brother will be there as well for us to go through things. He specifically wanted me to go through my mother's like clothing, and that kind of stuff, because she has a few pieces that probably still have the tags on them, but also like I need to separate them into like, we can donate this, but also we're trying to find a women's shelter or something of the like that will take gently used clothing.
Yep.
Because apparently none of them take gently used clothing.
I know, they don't. It's awful. I mean, I get it. I like get it, but I don't get it. But
I just like, because there's ways you can sterilize it, right?
Sure.
Like you can wash it a few times. You can do it in really hot water. Like it shouldn't have bed bugs, you know, all that kind of stuff. And like, I get it too for sanitation reasons, but like, I don't understand when there's a lot of people that need help.
Yeah.
So,
well,
still
be on the lookout for items for Kayla, because your mom was
okay. So I absolutely will be showing you guys the things I am willing to let go of. Yeah, because there's like
for that, like I don't mean it like that.
Yeah,
like
just
I mean
to see
it
what
like
she had,
to be able to like have a piece of her, and like for you to get to have some of that too, because you haven't gotten to do that yet. And like for me, sometimes like it's a little therapeutic to like, I'm going to go look through this,
Yeah.
You know? And so like that, I mean it more like that. Like,
oh no, I get
because I know what's on that, like what you can benefit from it.
Well, and the emotional part of it. And I mean, truthfully, while we were in Galena, I wanted to read my mom's journal and I never did. which means I feel like I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I know, like, and the thing is, I call it a journal, but she didn't necessarily date a lot of the pages.
Yeah.
It was more of just like random thoughts she would write down, or places she wanted to see, or things she wanted to eat type of stuff. But to see where her head was at and try to follow that might be emotionally rough.
Sure.
So I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Which is fine. One day I will be.
I'm just so nosy that I wanted to know all the things right away.
And I get that. Well, and thankfully you had access to that and you were able to do that because you were in charge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, because that sucks being in charge too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have to deal with all the rest of the shit, which sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that I'm actually looking forward to it though. I do want to say for the record, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited to see my dad's girlfriend. I will also be meeting her tomorrow because she has been staying with him for the last couple weeks.
Wow. For the last couple weeks. Wow.
So he brought her back like the day after we left Arizona. So it's been about a week. No, it'll be 2 weeks on Monday.
Wow.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to meet her.
I can't believe that.
I know it's kind of weird, like it happening in his house, but she's already been there for a week and he's been sending me pictures of the things he's doing to the house.
Oh, wow.
Like hanging things up.
He's doing or she's doing?
Well, he said that she's helping him. So.
How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm fine. I think that.
Because like you grew up pretty much in that house, right?
Well, no, this is probably this is actually like the third house he's been in since I graduated high school.
Okay.
I grew up in the house in Laveen, which unfortunately burned down a couple months ago. Some arsonist apparently burned it down. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. It was.
Wasn't that the house that
I grew up in?
What was the house that you drove me by?
That was that same one. The one by the Cardinals Stadium that we came back by.
That house?
It burned down. Yeah, somebody apparently had burned down a couple other houses in the neighborhood as well.
Oh my God, how sad.
Yeah. Daryl definitely had some feelings about it.
Yeah,
he sent me a text and he was like, our house burned down. I just can't believe somebody did this, blah, 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 which is crazy because a lot of it was like brickwork and stucco.
Yeah.
So
wild.
It didn't all burn down. But yeah, that same one.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I'm just glad he's ready to go through stuff with her.
Totally.
Because it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to let most of it go. Truthfully.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much my brother's going to keep, to be honest.
Yeah.
She has a couple huge boxes of like pictures and stuff. So we'll either go through those tomorrow.
Well, and like honestly,
my
best piece of advice is like, do all the like big things, like the pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Save that shit for last because you want to go through that slow because some of that stuff I feel like I went through too fast and got rid of too quickly.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like without
I get
really
that.
thinking it through.
You were just like, it's got to go.
Yeah, I was just like, go, 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 go,
yeah.
go. But like things like pictures.
Yeah. No, I don't
save
throw
that
any
for like a
away.
moment.
Yeah.
Where you have time to just like look.
I love that. I think that that's a great idea actually, because the clothing and stuff, I think it will be a lot easier.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on the pictures. Like I have no desire to go through the pictures. But my brother also probably won't either. And if we aren't going to do it together, then I feel like we shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is too, is my mom did have a lot of copies of a lot of pictures.
Yeah. And if there's two, maybe just like separate them and then he can have that one and you can have that one and he can decide what he wants to do with his and you can decide what you want to do with yours.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I'm ready to unpack it. I'm still tired from vacation.
Yeah.
It's the yawning. But also this weather makes me tired too. So I don't know if it's the weather or if it's,
Same, girl.
What did you do this week to do your best? Tell me about you. We just talked about me.
So I went to Vegas for work for a few days. I totally was super low key.
Did you do any gambling?
I did.
Did you win?
No. No. I did not win. I lost money for sure.
I'm dead. Are you willing to share how much you lost?
No. Absolutely not. Yeah, so I lost some money in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then but yeah, super low key. Like we did dinners. A few of the people like went out one of the nights and they stayed out till like 3:00 in the morning. And I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
No.
Like I can't do it.
No, I'm exhausted.
I'm too old for that stuff. And then I have to remember like some of them are 23 and 30 years old. And I'm not that young anymore. Like I can't do that to my body. So
especially if you have to be up the next morning.
Yeah.
And have to be on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was good though. Like Vegas was fun. I love Vegas. It's always like a good time to just be there. But it's like for us, it's like concert month too. Like October is always like busy concert month. So we went and saw The Format in Arizona, their first show back.
So jelly.
I know. I'm so excited. They released a new album.
Oh man.
This week.
Okay. I'm going to have to listen.
Yeah. I posted a couple of their videos from the concert on our TikTok. But yeah, like the concert was amazing. Totally took me back. Like, yeah, it's like they never stopped singing too. Like I was a little worried, like anybody is. Like,
oh yeah,
if you haven't been on the road for a while, what are you going to sound like? But they sounded phenomenal.
Oh, good.
So that was really cool. And then, we went and saw like a reggae band, Ballyhoo, that Dan and I really like, with a few friends. And then we are going to When We Were Young. So next time we record, we'll probably be talking about when we were young. And yeah.
Living your best like high school dreams.
I think 4th or 5th year in a row. 4th. I don't know. I can't remember.
Since it started,
we've been going. Yeah. So since 2001. So yeah. Excited. We leave and then we come back and we have 2 more concerts.
Oh.
Yeah. We're doing All Time Low.
Okay.
Like on a Thursday or something. And then like a Saturday is Yellow Card and somebody else. I can't remember.
Ooh. Okay. You're going to have to tell me because I may go with you.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. Lots of concerts, but honestly, like I took a week off work before I went to Vegas. That was really nice to just like chill and not do anything. Like we didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. Eliana was off school for fall break. So like we did hang out a bit, and do a few things together, but like nothing crazy. And it was just like nice to just be, but then I go to Vegas for work and then I come back and had a super rough week at work. Like definitely don't want to talk about it, but like just, I don't know, triggering week and just kind of like tired of the rat race of it all, you know?
Did you have to fire anybody?
No.
Okay.
No.
It was just stressful.
Yeah, just stressful.
And you got some bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like trying to understand like how I'm feeling about everything. And at the same time, like missing my family, and then missing my family leads to missing my mom. And then I am sad and I feel lonely and I just like want to be able to call and talk to my mom. And it's like it's a lonely and empty feeling sometimes. And, you know, you just feel alone. And it's so hard because a lot of people feel this way. And a lot of people feel really alone. And like, I get that. And I get that feeling. And it's just so sad because we, in these moments of these times, like we truly do think we're alone when we're not. And so, yeah, I've just been like having a hard time with that. And, you know, I miss my sister and I wish we could like see each other more often. And I miss my dad. And
because they do not live in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just like feeling that this week also. But, you know, trying to stay positive and like look forward to the things that we have to look forward to. But, you know, it's normal. Like you don't always have to be okay. And it's normal to feel sad about these things. And like grief comes in waves.
Yeah. It doesn't ever end.
Yeah. No, it's just different.
It's a different wave you're riding that day.
And I think for me too, like the other part of it is like Eliana and like her growing up and getting older and being a teenager and pulling away, which is totally normal and totally natural and like totally okay.
Yeah.
But it's also like grieving that part of my life at the same time, you know? And like, she doesn't need me anymore. And like, it's hard as a parent, and you'll always think of them as like your little baby. Mm-hmm. She's like baby. My girl, and you know, she's all I had for a long time.
Yeah.
So just makes me sad that she's growing up.
Even though you knew it was coming.
Yeah, of course.
You always know it's coming, but I feel like that's one of the hardest things too is, and I don't even have kids.
Yeah.
But it's hard seeing you be sad about it. And it's hard because the thing is like we know that she's just trying to be an independent woman.
Yeah.
And we want that for her.
Of course.
But you're like, no, don't leave me.
At the same time, like selfishly, right?
Yes.
Like that's the hardest part about being a parent is not being selfish.
Yeah.
And like letting them figure it out and grow up. Like that's how you know you did a good job, is like that they're able to do that.
Yeah. She isn't reliant on you.
Yeah.
I mean, she will always be reliant on you in some aspects.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're so sad and you feel so lonely.
Thanks, babe.
And here I am. I've been out of town and I haven't even been able to come over and hang out.
So sad.
I'm just.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like want to be vulnerable about it, because I think a lot of people go through things like this and like feel like they're the only ones going through it, or like feel so like they're in a whirlwind or like this like tornado that they can't jump out of. And it's like little by little, piece by piece.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely feel that wanting to just call my mom and talk to her thing.
Yeah.
Because I used to do it 3 days a week with driving home from work.
Yeah.
And I have said a couple times that I feel like I wasn't even an adult until my mom died.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like I always had that.
Yeah. You had something to
I had something to fall back on.
Yeah.
And so I didn't feel like a full ass adult. I felt like, you know.
You always had that crutch.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. Like the Britney Spears song, I'm not a woman, not yet a woman. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, Britney. I hope you're alive.
Lord, help us from that singing. Oh my God.
But you know, it's like, that's how
it's either my crying or her singing.
Right. And that's how I felt like, after she passed, I was like, shit, now I don't have anybody to lean on. Even though of course I do.
Yeah.
It just felt different.
Yeah.
When you lose the person who gave you life and you're close to that person or even semi-close to that person, like you have a good or semi-good relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's only natural to feel those waves of loneliness and sadness and just to want to call them.
Absolutely.
I still haven't erased my mom's phone number in my phone.
Me either. Yeah.
So like I get that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And I think like
it's been really, really, really hard on you. And then the work on top of that makes it even harder.
It does. So I'm like, I work for 4 days next week and then I'm off for, you know, a few extra days. And so I'm really just trying to look forward to that and like enjoy the time with my husband and not stress out and
enjoying Vegas and not having to work.
Yeah, exactly. And just like let go of all of the things. It was just so interesting. Like Dan and I had therapy today. We've been going back to our same therapist, our marriage therapist that we have seen for the last 10 plus years. She's amazing. And we were talking and she was like checking in on some of the things that we had talked about before. And we're like 10, 15 minutes in and she kind of stops and she goes, "What's going on? What's happening?"
She caught on real quick.
I'm like, oh my God.
She's like, "Hello, are you going to tell me what's happening? Or are you just gonna?"
I'm like, okay, here's all the things.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's good because maybe neither one of you was ready to bring it up at that moment, but she kind of had to give you that little swift kick in the ass. Like, okay, fess up, let's go.
Yeah.
And you're like, ugh. Okay, bye.
Yeah. So it was just interesting and just like learning, like Dan learning how to deal with that dynamic of me, like when I get this way and like still being able to have feelings, like just because I'm upset or like having a hard time or like a hard day or a hard week, doesn't mean that like you're not allowed to have a hard day. Like you don't have to be on
strong
for both
for
of us.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like a good eye-opening thing for us today. Cause I think Dan like has a tendency of carrying a lot of that burden. And I think when I have a rough day, you know, then he carries the burden of like dealing with a teenage daughter and is like, okay.
Well, like, and he already doesn't understand those emotions, because he doesn't understand what a teenage girl mind goes through every second of every day.
5 million quadrillion things per minute.
Truthfully, it's probably way worse than when we had it because of social media.
I can't imagine.
Like, I literally can't imagine.
So,
So he's trying to navigate all those emotions and your emotions.
Yeah.
And he has to keep his in check because he can't lose his shit because you guys are already kind of losing your shit.
Correct. But like, he doesn't have to do that.
Right.
He doesn't have to do all that.
Yeah. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just don't be mad about it.
Just don't be mad about it.
Just say how you feel.
Just don't say mean things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's great. I love our marriage therapist. She's amazing. And, you know, I think it's good every once in a while to go check back in.
Agreed.
It's helped us a ton. Just like we're in a different point in our life now that like Dan's, you know, my stepkids are moved out of the house. And so we went from 3 kids down to 1. She's about to start driving and get her driver's license. And so that's like a whole new thing. She stopped doing cheer this year. That's a whole new thing. And so we've gone through like a lot of change in the last like
year.
4 to, you know, a year to 4 years or whatever with all the kids stuff. And so it's like relearning like what we're going to do with ourselves and how we're going to grow together.
Yeah. And I feel like, honestly, like you guys almost get like a fresh start.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Because like empty nesting is a whole different ball game. Like,
yeah.
And especially if you're like still working, you have that little bit of leniency to where you can go where she is or any of them are if you really need to in a moment, you know, or you can go visit a couple times a year or Yeah.
So, you know, life.
Yeah.
I'd rather be 16 again.
Same.
Not really.
No, not at all. Not for a fucking second. I'm happier now than I was at 16 for sure. I'm happier with who I am as a person. I'm more sound in my thoughts and feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm happier in my body, even though I'm probably...
Oh, I'm definitely happier in my body.
80 pounds heavier than I was then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Because you wouldn't think that, but I feel, and granted, there are some days where it's rough.
It's like maturity though.
Yeah. But it's also acceptance and grace. Yeah. I think that's like people say you get more wise as you get older. And I agree with that, but I think it's only wisdom based on experiences. Mm-hmm. Unless obviously you're one of those people who likes to continue to go to school and do all those things. But like for the vast majority of the average human population. Yeah. The average person, they're learning from experience and that's why they get to make more wise decisions. But it doesn't mean you were wise to make that decision in the first place. You had to learn the hard way, you know? So it's like it's like those moments where you're like, yeah, I feel like I've got the answer, but I didn't have the answer then.
Yeah.
I only have the answer now because I either made the mistake once, twice, or 3 or 7 times, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that that's part of the emotional maturity.
Yep.
And being accepting of who you are as a person. But like now, I don't know, like, if I had to like date again.
Oh, hell no.
I don't know if I would,
I don't think I
would
could
feel
do
that
it.
way about other people.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be so accepting.
Me either. Absolutely not.
Other people meaning another man that I date.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think I'd be picky as shit. Because you compare everybody.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't dated anybody since I was 23 fucking years old. Like what?
Yeah, you have no idea what you're doing.
I have no idea.
You're like, I make money and pay bills.
Like, hi.
And I can pay them on my own. And I have 3 kids.
I just like.
And I like really good food. That would be Kayla.
And don't be a bitch.
Yeah, that would be Kayla. Be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, literally go fuck yourself. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could never. I would rather be single. I'll marry a vibrator. Not actually marry, just like have it.
Okay, so
but I'm never getting divorced. My husband and I talk about this all the time. You're fucking stuck with me. Like,
yeah, no, my husband's gonna have to die. Try again, fucker. No, so it's funny we actually brought that up because I was just watching. It's a newly released movie-ish, like 2024, early 25, with Dakota Johnson, and it's called The Materialists.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard of it.
It's actually really good, and that's exactly what she talks about in this movie. And she talks about, so she actually works at a huge dating company where she like matches, like matchmaking company in New York or some huge city. And she does she calls it the math. And she was like, so we have this guy who makes this much money. He does this. He's this tall. He has this education. You know, this woman doesn't math up to his math. Like, she doesn't have an education. She is in a lot of debt. She only makes $50,000 a year instead of $300,000. You know, and so she talks about this with her clients, and it ends up being really good because she's torn between Pedro Pascal and Glenn Powell.
Okay.
So it ends up being juicy. I'm not going to tell you the end. I'm not going to tell you the end.
Because I think Dan has this one downloaded to like watch.
Yeah. I love Pedro Pascal.
So does Eliana.
I think he's probably one of the nicest, most genuine people in Hollywood based on his portrayal to the outside world thus far. And
from an actor.
I think, and I think he's just like a precious angel muffin, and he'd probably be a really good lover, I would guess.
He'd probably be a good lover.
But can I tell you, okay, so Glenn Powell is like kind of pretty to look at.
Oh my God.
But he's a fuck boy.
I don't care. Don't care. Great. All I need.
Yeah. See, no, and I'm not here for Glenn Powell. Miles Teller, if we're going to go Maverick route, Miles Teller is much more.
No, I think Glenn Powell's so hot.
I like his little sassiness in the Twisters movie, his sassy little southernness. But it's very, very good. I would definitely recommend watching it. Dan may or may not like it, so this may be a solo movie for you, but it's
Love
very
that
good
for me.
Yeah, I watched it on the airplane. It was great.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we signing out?
I think we're caught up.
Yeah.
For this week.
I love that.
All right. Well,
I will see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Okay. Kiss, kiss. Bye-bye.
Bye.